All right, guys, so I wanted to get into my top 3 tips and tricks that'll help you maximize your time when you're visiting Universal Studios Hollywood during spring break specifically. Now, some of these tips and tricks will work regardless, especially if you come on a weekend when it tends to be busier, long lines, big crowds, and all of that kind of fun. But with spring break in full effect right now in 2023, this will apply just about any day of the week you go. Yes, for sure on the weekends, but with everything being so packed and crowded right now, this will actually help you during the week as well. Whereas in the past, lines wouldn't be as long, wait times for certain attractions wouldn't be as long. You're pretty much at peak season hours and operations at this time. My first tip is to, if you can, arrive as early as possible, specifically rope drop. During spring break, the rope drop hours are 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you can come into the park and enter at 8 a.m., which is bright and early. That actually means you should arrive at least half an hour sooner, if not a full hour. You want to make sure you're getting through the garage, finding your parking, working your way from parking through City Walk, through security, and all of that stuff well before that 8 a.m. time actually comes, before they fully open up the park and get you in. Now, I have heard it is about a 30-minute wait prior to rope drop before you can actually get in. So again, that kind of hits on that 7:30 a.m. target of when you actually want to be here to make sure you're maximizing your time. This is when all the rides are at like literally 5, 10, no more than 15 minutes. So if you're not making a beeline straight to Super Nintendo World, you want to get here at rope drop. And I would say the first thing you want to do as soon as you enter the premise, and I've tested this out myself, you can actually do this in the parking garage because technically you are on the Universal Studios property. You want to go ahead and make your reservation for Super Nintendo World and or Secret Life of Pets. Those are the only 2 attractions right now at Universal Studios Hollywood that have virtual queues. I highly recommend, again, as soon as you put your car into park, or if you're with people that can do it as you're driving through the parking garage, go ahead and make those reservations because they are going to fill up throughout the day. One of the things a lot of people aren't realizing, and it is so sad to see at the ticket gates and some of the ticket booths, is just about every single day for the month of April right now is sold out in terms of single day tickets. So if you do not have a season pass that allows you to come on certain days, just make sure you check your blackout dates if you have like a silver pass or gold pass. If you have just a single ticket, make sure you're coming on the right day and that you've already purchased your ticket. There is very truly slim to zero chance you can actually come to the park and buy a ticket day of. My second tip is to take advantage of single rider line. I know buying express pass can be a little expensive, so if you're comfortable breaking up your group or your party of 2 or more, go ahead and do that. Single rider lines are super duper duper easy to get through. They're super fast to get through, and they will make the wait times literally so much better. I jumped on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey today that had a posted 145-minute wait time. As a single rider, I got on in exactly 5 minutes. So I say I think it's worth considering that when you're actually on the ride, you're not really going to be talking to the people you're with anyway, because you're going to be enjoying the thrills of the ride. So if it's not a huge deal to you, if you don't mind sitting next to someone you don't know, or maybe 2 of you from your group are only going on at a time, take advantage of single rider line, especially if you're only visiting Universal for one day and you want to take advantage of as many rides and attractions as possible. If you're not utilizing Express Pass, single rider line is going to be the way to go. And my final tip for maximizing your stay during spring break is to feel free to split up your group. Now, I know in horror movies, the last thing you want to do is to split up. But when it comes to maximizing your time here, again, lines are long, especially when you head to full service restaurants to get snacks or meals, food to eat, things to drink. You might as well go ahead and split up your group. If the line looks like it's going to be anything more than 10 minutes, you can always have one person stand in line while other people go and check out other things, maybe even do a ride, since single rider lines are so quick to get through. And then they can join the line while you hop off and kind of switch back and forth like that until it's actually time to order the food that you're picking up. So I highly recommend, again, if you're comfortable, go ahead and split up your group. That way you can maximize your time in terms of getting what you want while also enjoying all the things that the theme park has to offer. One bonus tip I do have for the park, which is more of a request than an actual tip, is to please, please, please be patient with all of the staff that are working here. Majority of them have been coming to the park for ages and absolutely love what they do working here at Universal Studios. I know wait times are extra long because it's spring break, so tensions can be a little bit high. I know there are some frustration, some disappointment, especially for things like Super Nintendo World and the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge ride. However, again, be patient and also show kindness to the cast members. I cannot tell you how many times I go to a ride, such as the studio tour, for example, that does not have a dedicated single rider line. But if you ask politely, if you want to do a single rider or you're willing to break up your party and do that, 10 times out of 10, they will be nice and say yes and let you go through. But if you come aggressive or upset or with attitude, they may not be as inclined to be as nice and generous with the things that you're trying to actually accomplish for yourself and maybe the group you're with. So again, kindness goes such a long way. And there's that old saying, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. So if there's something that's causing you a frustration or an issue and it can't be handled by a cast member or a team member you're speaking to, you can always head to guest services and bring up your complaint or issue with them, and they will most likely solve it for you as well. But again, try your best to be kind and show that kindness to everyone working here. And that just makes the experience better, not only for you, but also for them. All right, guys, this concludes my video on all the tips and tricks of all the things you need to know to maximize your time during spring break here at Universal Studios Hollywood. If you like what you saw today, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what more you'd like to see here on my channel. It's Nikita at Pink Travel Adventures, hoping you have spectacular adventures. See you in the next video.